Everyone, back here for our final segment of the day for our Tuesday episode of season 12. Great. It's been a great day. Had a lot of fun bouncing all over from or outside the lines to Gallia County, back to Columbus. And now we will finish off our day joining one of our Heath groups. They're actually just east of Licking County this afternoon over in Muskingum County near Zanesville at Mission Oaks Garden. So Tish and the group will bring us a live segment on location at Mission Oaks. So Tish.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mission Oaks Garden. We're located here in Zanesville, Ohio. It is a beautiful, beautiful garden tucked away in a residential area. So if you're not familiar with it, come on out. It is a very, very beautiful, beautiful garden. So we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, rotate the conifer garden and the rhododendron garden path. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let Paul and Kaylee and Tanner lead the way, and I'll go behind them and I will take you through a walk of the garden. Hi, how are you? So right now we're going down the path. It is easily accessible. It is all gravel, but let me tell you about these gardens, guys. There's more than 7 acres of gardens here, and they showcase hundreds of rare and unusual plants. You can find rhododendrons, which is the path that we're on now. There are magnolias, there's conifers, there's azaleas. Also, you can find annuals and perennials and a wildflower that fill the garden year round. And they also feature, this garden is really cool, guys. It features 2 waterfalls, a natural bog, a perennial garden, walking paths, a creek, and so much more. And we're going down to the nearly 2-acre conifer garden, and this displays over 300 trees, and most of them are not native to Ohio. So as we go down the path, we're coming into pine trees, and it's shaded along some of the path, which is really nice on hot days like this. So these trees that you'll be finding represent more than 90 species within more than 50 genres. So there are tons of trees that you normally wouldn't find here in the state of Ohio on this premises, along with beautiful gardens. Now, guys, we have themed gardens here, which I think is really cool. So as we're walking, I would love to see what kind of themes they have. We're coming up on my right. We are coming up to one of the bogs that I have mentioned. There are huge lily pads here, guys, which makes me wonder, if the lily pads are that huge, how big are the frogs that land on these lily pads? There is a beautiful place to sit on the bench. And did you guys know that lily pads, besides being just a green plant in the water, they bloom a beautiful white and pink flower. So as you can see, these lily pads grow really, really tall. So over here are some more trees and plants, and then we'll come to here. Guys, go ahead and stop for a minute. This is presented on the occasion of the visit of the British and Dutch Conifer Societies in the summer of 2009. So that's really cool. And along the way, they have markers, and I'll show you. They have markers to let you know what these plants are, which I think are really helpful. because if you're interested in some of these plants for your own gardens, it lets you know what they are. Now look at this. Look how beautiful it is. Just standing here, just uphill and just seeing the amazing landscape of this garden and this area is beautiful. Now, Paul, my assistant for today, is using a lot of calf muscles right now and pushing Kaylee up this hill. But I think it's worth it because it is absolutely beautiful here. So here's the tree. It kind of reminds me of ferns, but they're really, really soft. I'll tell you actually what it is. It's a Dawn redwood. I'm so glad they have these markers because I don't know half of this. Here is a Korean pine. And let's see, some pine trees are very stiff and they hurt. This one is actually soft. It still has a little bit of stiffness to it, but it's pliable and a little bit, soft. So moving up this hill is what? Paul says this hill is steep. And yesterday I took my group to Dawes Arboretum and we worked 3 miles and Paul was in my group yesterday. So I am sure that his poor calves are burning right now trying to get her up this hill, but he's doing it and I really appreciate it. So over here we have a baby tree that they have caged so that the deer and stuff don't get to it. But they have it supported on a stick at the bottom of the base. And this will eventually grow to one of these big trees right there with the pine cones on the tippy top. Our pine trees, hey boys and Kaylee, are pine trees, Paul, honey, you can go down this way. Are pine trees like sticky at all?
Usually.
Usually pine trees are sticky? Yeah, have you ever touched a pine tree?
Maybe.
They're a little sticky. Guys, look at this cool tree. Look at that. That is so neat. This pink flower is it's bloomed up. That is really cool. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, now Paul's favorite part, I'm sure, is going down the hill. So he said, oh yeah. And Kaylee has a big smile on her face because we've been teasing Kaylee about going off-roading today. So if you stop right now, I'll show you right here the difference, guys, in the pine trees. Do you see right here that there is a blue spruce, and those are very, very pokey. And then over here is a green pine tree. So if we turn around, we'll go back this way.
Yeah, she's that way.
And we'll go up the trail. Look at Kaylee. She has the biggest smile on her face right now. I bet you she feels like she's on a roller coaster ride. She's laughing. So we're going up the trail. And we come back to this beautiful pink tree again, guys. I love, it feels like you're in the tropics with like a oh guys, what am I trying to say? A palm tree, because look, the leaves are kind of palm tree-ish, and then that beautiful flamingo pink flower. Love it. All right, guys, we're going back down. This is a mugu pine, tree. And look, they're starting to get their baby pine cones on the trees. And if anybody has touched pine cones off a tree, they can be sticky. And the sap is kind of hard to get off your fingers sometimes. So we're gonna go down the trail and we are going to go find another garden. Now, when we first got here, guys, we took the Woodland Gardens trail and it was kind of losing signal, so I backed out of that trail. But as we were on it though, they had flowers as tall as me. It was ridiculous because I'm 5'10", and these flowers, there was a conifer flower and it was huge. It was taller than me and it had the brown cone and then the yellow petals. And then there was huge sunflowers. Now I've seen sunflowers grow taller than a person, but the conifers, I couldn't believe how tall they grew. So we're going down. We're in a lot of pine trees. There is our Dawn redwood tree again, guys. There are, now look at this tree. This pine tree, look how heavy it is. This is a bald, oh, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It isn't a pine tree, it's a bald cypress, in AKA Cascade Falls. And it makes a lot of sense because it's falling and it's, you know, cascading down like water would down a waterfall. So that makes a lot of sense on the name. So as we proceed over here, the bog then, when we came in, the bog was to our right. Now, as we're exiting the trail, the bog is now on our left. And there are so many insects and so many flies. And I see dragonflies too, which if you guys have watched the last episode at Honey Run Falls, dragonflies are my favorite. So these frogs that are in here have an abundant source of food. So Paul is using his extraordinary calf muscles again to push Kaylee up the stone path. Like, I'm so proud of him. He's doing wonderful. Look over here, guys. There's a silver fir. This is just a baby. And it takes years and years and years for it to grow to be an adult. Tanner, you want to come grab her front and help pull? So we're on an incline. So Paul's kind of losing, look at that teamwork, guys. Paul was losing traction in his boots, but my team is ridiculously awesome. And look at the teamwork getting her up that hill. So I'm not sure what this is. There's no marker, but I have it in one of my wreaths. I have a eucalyptus wreath, and it makes me wonder if this isn't what it is. Let me smell. It doesn't have that eucalyptus smell, but I have that in my wreath, and I'm really curious as to what that was. So as we continue, we're gonna go up the path. One really cool thing here, guys, that we've seen is if you come with your family and you have younger siblings, toddler age, preschool age as well, they have a children's garden and it has a free library podium in there. And so, hey, Paul, let's go down here real quick. Or no, actually no. It has a free podium, and I'll actually take you over there because it's right across the field. But guys, I opened up the door to the free library, and it has like book edition scholastic books. There was also 2 puzzles in there as well. So here, guys, are mums. I have these in my flower garden, and they also deter deer from coming and eating your plants. And then here is some cactus or cacti. So let's continue, and we'll go over here, and I'll show you the children's garden because I thought it was really a pretty little place for you to go. Hey Paul, how's your legs doing?
Okay.
You doing good? You doing good, Tanner?
Yep.
Kaylee, you enjoying the ride? Man, it was a bumpy ride, wasn't it?
Kaylee?
It is called Olga's Children's Garden, and it has a little free library in it. Guys, look at this. It's like this little, it reminds me of like this little cottage fairy tale area. But this is what it is. So you come in, you open the gate, you latch it when you're done, but they have this really cool archway, and it looks like it has gourds. It doesn't look like it is gourds. Dried painted gourds hanging up, which I think is really cool. Looks like some vines growing, some birdhouses, a hummingbird feeder, and you can take a stroll over there. You can sit in this bench area and read a book. And then over here, look, it has a little bench for children. But over here, and I'll open it and I'll show you guys. But if you come over here, this is the Little Free Library. Check out their website, littlefreelibrary.org. It says take a book and return a book. I think this is so wonderful. I've seen it in several communities in Columbus before, so that was really cool. But guys, look, legit scholastic books. You got Thomas books. You have World Puzzle. There's a book about insects. There's some seeds in here, squash and cucumbers. A Fox and Socks puzzle. There's Winnie the Pooh, Sesame Street books. But these are all in great condition. So I think this is the most wonderful idea because, it's promoting literacy. And what better to, you receive a book and then maybe one of your favorite books you absolutely enjoy. How about sharing it with somebody else so maybe they can enjoy it? And just pop your favorite book in a place like that for others to enjoy. So we're gonna go this way. There's a rain garden trail, but it's kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look really really good for some of us to do. It's kind of it has a lot of compost and mulch piled up in the middle of the trail and stuff. So we're gonna try this again, guys. We're gonna try, it's the Perennial Garden Woodland Gardens. I love how the layout is here. It is so inviting, so tranquil, and so just, you get outside, fresh air, sun, all these beautiful flowers. We were sitting at the gazebo earlier, and we were seeing huge hummingbirds. Now, I have hummingbirds on my hummingbird feeders, the itty bitty tiny red throat hummingbirds, but these were huge. You could see them, and they were down there. So here's some more yellow marigold.
I'm getting so good at that.
And look at this. Do you guys see the butterfly right there? He is sticking his antenna in there and he's getting nectar. And nectar is source of food and energy for him. But that is what he is doing. I think that this color is absolutely beautiful. I love this color. And then over here are some purple flowers hanging out on the vine on the fence. And if you come to my left, look how beautiful pop of color that is. Beautiful. And these bushes, you guys, you find over your house. See this bush with these white flowers? Those attract hummingbirds, butterflies, and unfortunately they attract bees. But if you leave the bees alone, you'll be good. This, I wish I knew what this is, guys. It kind of reminds me of Miss Laura at PALS has a spider plant. And it makes me wonder, that kind of looks like that. I'm not sure what that was, but it reminds me a lot of her plant. They have little areas just tucked away to where you can just sit and enjoy nature. And if you love to meditate, guys, this is a perfect place to do it. You can hear the birds. I love it. And right now, walking into this, look at this, guys. You don't even think you're in Zanesville or in a city. Look, I mean, you're just in your own little oasis, in your own little world, your little forest world. Here is, again, this tree doesn't have a nameplate to it, but it has itty bitty red berries growing on it. And the leaves are spiky on this tree. This tree kind of reminds me of holly leaves, how spiky they are. But let's continue. The smell here, I love the smell here. You get the spicy smell of some of the woody, the plant, some of the plants and the trees. And then you get the sweet smell of, say, that white bush that I showed you guys that attracted butterflies and bees and hummingbirds. So you kind of get, you know, different smells here. Hey, Paul, let's go ahead and we'll take this trail. This is part of the woodland trail. It is nicely wood chipped, so it is easily accessible. Good job, Tanner. Nice help, guys. There you go. Now you got it. So we have more, I don't know, guys. I call this ornamental grass. I really don't know if there's a technical term to it, but it's just really soft, decorative grass. So over here, it's really cool, guys. So over here, if you can see, there is, and I'll show you guys.
Now the state.
I love the teamwork, guys. You guys are awesome. Go ahead, Tanner. So here's a little natural bridge. Hey, Paul, if you stop for a minute, just hang there for a minute. I'm going to go this way for a minute. So there's this little U-turn path that juts off right here. And look at this, guys, when we come up to it. You got to look, because I found some quirky little things tucked away in this wood area. So when you come here, they have they have this too, but it has, you know, vines, like a grapevine growing on top of it. Right there. And then, look, they have a mailbox hanging out here in the woods. And look how cool this is. Look how cool this tree is, guys. Oh, look what I found, guys. Check this out. Look, I'm so excited. Look, I wondered if this was a home to a gnome. Guess what? Look what I found. I found a gnome home, guys. A little fairy home or a gnome home. I knew it. I knew that's why there was a mailbox tucked away back here. It's the gnome's home. That's really cool. And apparently, right here is a lookout for the gnome to see about predators or crazy, excited people like myself. And look what I found too. Look at the feather. That's cool. That's probably why the gnome uses that lookout, is for predators. Whoever owns that feather. And then look, a bench. I see a cardinal, guys. Cardinal is the Ohio State's bird. Did you know that? A red cardinal? And speaking of cardinals, guys, red cardinals are the males, the brown cardinals are the females. So that was really cool, guys, that we found a gnome home. Oh, we switched drivers. Awesome. Alrighty.
Yeah, my legs.
I bet. I'm really proud of you, though. Paul or Tanner, if you hold on for a minute, I'll go in front of you. Okay, follow me. So we're going through.
Thank you, Tanner.
And I like how they use natural materials as well for their landscape. So they use, you know, natural rock for a bench. So I like that because they're not really disturbing the area, you know, by building stuff. It's just naturally there as is. Good job, Tanner. So moving on, because I can hear Kaylee laughing back there. Okay, it is beautiful, isn't it, Paul?
Yes.
Okay, oh, guys. Oh, I found more stuff. I told you, this is so cool. There are gnomes and fairies hidden in this woods. So if I go over here, and I found it. So over here, there's another little trail. And look what I found. Looks like another gnome area, but I don't know, guys. We're gonna have to go investigate it. I think it's really cool. Here's the magnolia tree. They smell very, very sweet. There's that. Another, man, they grow huge, guys. There's another magnolia tree. And then over here, look how pretty. I absolutely love the pink color. If you don't know already, bright pink is my favorite color. So that is an awesome plant, awesome flower. So guys, I found this trail. Let's go check it out. See what lives down here. I don't know. Let's go find out. Hi, guys. So look. Oh, what is over here? Oh, guys. I found a doggy, like, grave site. So this is Leo, 1998 to 2013, and Josie, 2000 to 2015. And there is electric in this house, which makes me think that it glows a little bit at night. But look how cool that was. I love how they just have things like that just tucked away. I hear a lot of birds. I would be happy too in chirping if I lived in a place like this, because this is the most beautiful place that I've been to so far, guys. So remember those flowers I told you, those conifer flowers I said were really big and taller than me? Yeah, we're coming up to it. Here are avens, aka Mango Lassie. Beautiful buttercup yellow color. That's pretty. But guys, here's those conifer flowers I told you about. So that's really pretty. And look how tall they get. Those are huge. Here, down here is some foxglove. Back there is some more foxglove. Right here is Japanese silvergrass. I always just call it ornamental grass, decoration grass, but it is. It is Japanese silvergrass is that. It also has the same markings, color-wise and stripe-wise, as a variegated hosta. Here are some peonies and some daylilies, but the daylilies have already bloomed and gone, but still the stems and stuff are still there. And then let's see, we'll brush this off. We'll turn this around. Catmint. Catmint, guys. Never heard of that, but it smells wonderful though. So there's some more pink flowers. Oh, and these little like pops of purple flowers. Those are cute. Arkansas blue star. I was wondering what that plant is right there. That looks like stars. I have my answer. Arkansas blue star, guys. That's really cool. Wild petunias. Wild petunias. African lilies. That's pretty. Very pretty. Look at the sculpture. That sculpture is awesome. And then that little hut, that's really nice too. Nice little shade area. Barberry. Thank you. I have an answer. Remember when I had a eucalyptus wreath at home and I wasn't quite sure if that was you? No, it's barberry. That is barberry. There was a what? I missed the squirrel. Of course. Because I'm yapping my mouth and didn't pay attention to a squirrel. More catmint. Anybody here catmint? Because I haven't. But more catmint. More of the lilies. My favorite. Am I right to say that this, it has to be. Daisy. Daisies are my all-time favorite flower. So beautiful, beautiful daisy. Guys, look at this. Huge. And it's so weighted down that it just kind of falls over. Those are so big. I try to grow flowers, and my flowers, yes, they do grow, but they don't grow big like that. These are pretty. little buttercup colored. And then back there, look at that. That's pretty, like a magenta color. And then look, a wishing well birdhouse. And there's a nest in there. I wonder what nest up there, guys. Going down the path. Oh, this is cool. I've never seen. What is this? Oh, sorry, Mr. Cardinal. Butterfly milkweed. And then all this in there. Butterfly milkweed. Going down the path. In 2010, guys, the Mission Oaks Garden was acquired by the Muskingum Valley Park District through the NRAC Ohio Fund. This ensures the preservation of these exceptional gardens. And they are, this is really, really cool. And it's so weird, guys, because look, like you can hear the neighborhood. There's houses right there. But you would never know because you're in this little oasis of an area. This area right here would be really nice to lay out a blanket and have a picnic. Paul, if you go to your left, there you go.
Walk on the path, right?
And this is a trail that leads up there to the houses. But we are taking another little path. Hostas. Here's some hostas. Hostas grow quick, guys. They spread out quick. What I found, I don't know, I'll come around this way. I found a little pond, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to.
I think we lost Tish. I think the reception finally went out on that. So we'll see if she hops back on to sign off. But until then, did anyone have any questions about where we were today, or has anybody else been there before? Jose?
Okay. The trees that they saw over there, they were in that hot weather. I bet they're sweating. Do those trees need a lot of water? Because, you know, how does... Oh, okay. He's saying... that it's really hot today, but the trees stay nice and healthy, and they need water just like us people. We need water, and they need to drink water when they're in the heat like that. So how are they feeling like that walking so far in this heat? Because it's really hot today. Are they comfortable over there?
I think they are. Most of the trees, if you see a tree trunk cut in half, I know a lot of those fibers are like straws that bring a bunch of water up from the ground and put it out into its branches. And because of the size of the the trunk that it holds a lot more water than a smaller plant, so it can go for more days and sometimes weeks without water. Whereas a plant has the same theory, but the stem might be real small, so it doesn't have as much water to store, so it keeps pulling more up from the ground. So I know today I'll probably have to water my tomatoes twice, though, because like you said, it's really hot, and so they'll use up all their water in the morning, and then they'll start drooping by the day's end. I'm sure it is a nice hot one out there.
Look at my plants. I water these all the time. They get thirsty and hungry.
Yeah, that's I think those ones, is that a cactus or I know is it? My son has a small cactus like that.
Well, my wife has many of these. I don't know how they're called, but let me show you. Like, she has many of these. See?
Okay. Yeah, those are nice because they don't use a lot of water either.
Firefly. That's the name that it has. Firefly. This one is called Firefly. Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool looking plant, though.
It's like if I touch it, it pricks my finger. It's like pointy.
Okay. Does anybody else have any house plants? Gila, do you have any plants? No? Well, that's definitely a cactus, huh, Jose? Caitlin, do you have any house plants?
I have to clean my house up.
You have to clean your house?
Yeah, house plants, you said?
Yeah, do you have any house plants?
Outside stuff. I do gardening. I do gardening stuff outside.
Okay, so all of your plants are outside. You're helping doing the garden?
Yeah.
Jose was showing his house plants. Like
I have in both places, Jose says. I have in both places, inside and outside the house.
So we just were seeing if anybody else had any house plants. I think Aaron's on here.
I am on here.
Vito, do you guys have any house plans?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
twins.
We do have.
Do you?
Yeah, we're wearing green for the trees. We do have a lot of house plants. I think we got a lot more over the quarantine, just because we got some of the succulents.
Succulent?
Succulents, yes. The Zen plants.
Okay.
A couple of those, and then I went out and got a couple of little cactuses. So
Do you have one of those little things where you comb the sand in your office? Do you have a little Zen garden on your desk that you can like put little rocks and stuff?
No, I don't have that on my desk, but I do. I had the cactuses, but I forgot about them, and they were inside for, I don't know, a couple weeks. So I actually put them out yesterday just to get a little bit of sunlight. I don't even know how often they have to be outside. But that's the cool thing about plants is you really learn and you watch them grow, and it's fantastic. So, Jose, yeah.
I think Gila wants to say something to you.
Oh, okay.
So I would give you Eric my house, all house to pay money. My mom's good about. My mom's good for she gave me back my house, and the plan is part of it. I never go to move house, and we have a lot of extra money. Way go, we clean my house, clean my room, and I clean my house, my room much, but my mom helped you. So it was great. Great. And you are awesome. I love you.
You're awesome, Gila. You were breaking up there a little bit.
And it made me smile.
You do have a meeting coming up, so exciting.
Right.
We're moving forward. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you, everybody. Jose, that's beautiful. I love that. That's very cool. Yeah, Zen is a good thing right now. You know, it's there's a lot of stress happening and a lot going on. So that allows us to meditate and calm ourselves. So I highly recommend it for those of you that don't, or don't have a dog that you can pet like Caitlin, because that's another thing that lowers your blood pressure. Just petting dogs. So fun day. Been a blast. I love the Heath segments and the live on location. They were pretty far out there in Zanesville, so I don't think we'll probably get them back today. But come back and join us again tomorrow as we continue season 12 of PALS TV. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care.